Hi guys, Married at First Sight Season 10, Episode 12. This is 23 days until D-Day, and it's the recommitment show. Okay, I was hoping for somebody to deflect and run away, but unfortunately no one did. Okay, welcome back to Church Girls Want to Get Married To. My name is Janice. I'm going to jump in the show, but let me just encourage you guys for about 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, we know that we are living in a time, perilous times, the Bible calls it. These are the last and final days, and we are currently living through COVID-19, the coronavirus. We don't know what's going on. We have to be home with our kids and family. Thankfully, I'm home with my kids because the kids do not have school. Thankfully, even if, they didn't give me these 2 weeks, I would still be taking over because my kids are home. So I just want to encourage you guys. We are in this together. We're going to stick together. Also, I'm turning this way because it's raining and I love to watch the rain. Just in case you're wondering, why is she turning that way? It's raining and I love the rain. I love to watch the rain and hear the rain. We're in this together. Let us stay encouraged. Let's build up our faith. Watch my video I did on 2 things to do with about the coronavirus COVID-19. Is number 1 is we're going to know what the symptoms are, and number 2, we're going to build up our faith. We don't need to watch that TV over and over again, building up fear, because what that does, it builds up fear. As long as you know what the symptoms are, what you need to do, you don't need to be watching that every day and building up your fear. What we need to do is build up our faith in our most holy faith. Okay. I also want to encourage you, if you know anybody that's at home. I know some people don't like to be home. Some people are home alone. Some people are quarantined. They can't go out. Call somebody, okay? I love to be home. I could be home here all day, every day, all week, all month by myself. It doesn't bother me. I love being home. I love to read. I love to write. I have a million things to do here. But for some people, it does bother them. And so I'm encouraging you, if you know somebody, I have what I call my old lady list. Okay, I have a list of old lady. Those are the only people I talk to on the phone. I don't talk to nobody else on the phone. Okay. Anybody else want to talk to me, text me or email me or Facebook me, don't call me, but I do call my old ladies, okay? And talk to them. Hey, how you doing? You need anything? Encourage us. If you know anybody like that, call somebody, encourage somebody. And what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to try to spend some more time on YouTube with you guys. I know a lot of my watchers are home alone, so I'm going to try everything to spend more time with you guys. I'm home with my kids doing school, Corona Academy, preschool academy. I'm enjoying being home. So I just wanted to encourage you. We are in this together. Let us pray. Don't forget to pray. Okay? Do not forget to pray. We're doing everything we're supposed to do, but don't forget to pray. And read Psalm 27, Psalm 91, Psalm 103. And I'm going to be spending more time with you guys, praying with you, praying for you, and encouraging you. Also, just come up with a plan. A lot of people, they're going, I'm going crazy. I'm in the house. Come up with a plan. If you ever read that book, I read this years ago, Seven Attitudes of Highly Successful People or something like that. One of the things is to make a list. My husband makes a list every day. He's going to the supermarket. He makes a list. Okay. Make a list of things you can do. Get up in the mornings. Okay. Stay in your routine. Take a shower. Wash. Don't be like Mindy. Okay. Get in the shower, wash. It makes you feel good and refreshed. Do your hair. Do something different with your hair. I took my braids out and did something different. Don't like it, but I'm going to try it again and do something different. Put some makeup on. Okay, get your Bible, your book, dress up. Sit at the table and watch my other channel, Study the Bible in 1 year. You can learn a lot. This is a good time for you to read through the Bible, where we're reading through the Bible. But come up with a plan so that you can get things done, and so you're not bored, you're not going crazy out of your mind, like, what am I supposed to do? Of course, if you have the kids, you have to keep them busy. You know, I have my little one riding his bike and his scooter, and it's raining today, but I had the door open and he's riding back and forth. My daughter, she's doing Zumba, and we're, just find things to do to keep them busy, because again, we are in this together. We don't know how long we're going to have to stay in, but what I say, it is better to be safe than sorry. Okay, if you don't need to go out, don't go out. You don't need to go to the supermarket, don't. You can go for a walk. If you see somebody coming, cross the street, because you don't know what they have, all right? So we are in this together. Be encouraged, my beloved brothers and sisters. Read your Bible, pray, and build up your faith. Build up your faith, your most holy faith, by praying in the Holy Ghost. That's what the scripture said. I believe that's Jude, verse 20. The book of Jude only have one chapter, verse 20, I believe. Don't quote me on that, okay? So you be encouraged. And I love you. I'm going to spend more time with you. Now on to Married at First Sight, season 10, episode 12. And also, I always forget my shirts. If you guys want to get an In Christ I Am Healed, In Christ I Am Delivered shirt, these are all my shirts. I don't think I have any mediums left, okay? I have all these colors here. My book, 23 Types of Guys You Might Meet on Social Media. Make it a goal to read my book. You can read this in about a week. Okay? I think I'm going to do a sale on this. And my other book, The Naked Wife, read it during this time. And my other book, In Christ I Am, that's my daughter on there. And read it during this time. If you want to support my channel, it's the Cash App, the $, and Janice Hylton, JANICE HYLTON, or you could email me, JaniceHyltonBlog@gmail.com, or just check me out on my blog, JaniceHyltonBlog.com. Write a book. If you've always wanted to write a book, write a book. Okay, there's so many things you can do while you're home. So just be encouraged, and you could rewatch all my videos along with the commercials. All right, so Married at First Sight, season 12. Season 10, episode 12. It's 23 days before D-Day, and it's the recommitment day. For many couples, you have to make a recommitment daily to stay together for the long run. That's what Pastor Cal says. I do call him fake Pastor Cal sometimes, but sometimes he does give really, really, really good advice, and I write down a lot of the stuff he says because it is true. So he says, for many couples, you have to make a recommitment daily to stay together for the long run. Zack meets with Pastor Cal, and Mindy meets with Dr. Vivian. Mindy claims Zack needed a good reason not to move in, and so she's thinking it's the friend. No, boo-boo. He just don't like you, girl. And Dr. Viviana said he needed bricks for the wall. Thought that was funny. I had to rewind that a couple of times. I'm showing you love with my love pillows, of course. So I thought that was interesting. Pastor Kyle asks if he's been faithful, if Zack has been faithful, and he said yes, he's been faithful. And he also asked him, has he been emotionally faithful? And he said yes, and we all know, Zack, you're lying. Okay, you have not been emotionally faithful, because we all know you had an emotional affair with who? What did I say her name was last week? Thoughtisha. Okay, so we know you have not been emotionally faithful. Because if you're spending all this time on the phone with this girl, hey, how are you? Good morning. You're not even texting your wife. But you're texting, so you have not been emotionally faithful. Zack lies. A week after the marriage, Tisha Hell reached out. So she reached out because she heard they're not having a good, the marriage, they're having problems. Mandy wants to give Zack a second chance because she doesn't want to give up. Are you kidding me? This is what I'm talking about, this girl. She's desperate, she is thirsty, she is needy, and she will do anything to keep a man and have a man. You want to tell me Zack did all of that, not moving in, which I'm with him not moving in because I think she would nag him to death, and talking to the friend, and you want to give him a second chance? For what? Girl, bye. What would it take for her to say yes on decision day? Show that he cares. He showed you for the last 4 weeks he don't care, boo-boo. So what makes you think what's going to be different now, Mindy? What's going to be different, dear? Okay. Zach claims if he says it's not going to work, he would have a ton of regrets tomorrow. We know you're lying, and feel that he can be committed to her. Lord, did y'all see Pastor Cal's face? I had to rewind about 5 times. I hollered when he said, Pastor Cal said, you can't be faithful, Zach. Okay, we know you don't like her. And you're just staying so you don't have to pay that $50,000 fee if you go home early, okay? Or like people say, you're doing it for status or whatever, okay? Pastor Cal says Zach sucked as a husband, and why continue? I really appreciate him saying that. Of course, he's not going to say, well, I can't afford the $50,000. I don't want to pay the $50,000. Zach says he wants a positive experience, but Pastor Cal says you want an experience, but he's talking about a positive marriage. Okay. And that's the difference. Okay. A lot of, you know how people say we get married, a lot of women, we get married we're more concerned about the wedding day than the marriage. That's what he's talking about, okay? You're talking about an experience, and he's talking about the marriage, and that's the difference. See, Zach is not attracted to her, to Mindy. So because he's not attracted to her, he's waiting to have that, excuse me, that attraction experience, and Pastor Cal is saying, no, just be committed to the marriage, okay? Pastor Cal says, with all respect, I don't believe you. Well, I'm glad he said it. Okay. I don't believe you either, Zach. But see, I understand. See, I'm not like everybody else. I understand what you're going through. In Pastor Cal's voiceover, he's asking, is he here for opportunities or modeling career? But he said, I can't force anyone to stay together. You know, he's saying he don't think Zach is here for the right reason. Zach is here for his career and to get a modeling contract, but he can't force anyone to get a divorce. So usually they're forcing people to stay together. So now he said, well, I can't force you to get a divorce. Okay. Zach claims he needs to spend more time with her because it looks bad on camera. Look bad on camera, Zach? Okay, so it's just about the camera, okay? Pastor Kyle says, screw the cameras. Don't act married, be married. Thank you. Thank you. And one of the reasons why I really like the Zack and Mindy thing is because you can really take it and apply it to marriages and to your life, okay? If you're married and in marriages, okay? Don't act married, be married. You're married. Keep it in your pants. Be faithful to your wife, okay? Dr. Viviana said to Mandy that Mindy needs to make demands, and if it's not fulfilled, then there's consequences. Those are my words. Exactly. Later, Pastor Cal is going to say something about women having standards. So Dr. Viviana tell Mandy, you need to make demands. Stop accepting what Zach is giving you. I really do think that Mindy played her cards really, really wrong. And she played it wrong because she's so desperate and she's so needy that she will do anything to stay, anything to have him. She should. I have to do that video of what she should have done. Okay? To shake him up. But Zach is not attracted. And when the man is not attracted, there's nothing that can be done. Said it doesn't make sense. She also said it doesn't make sense for you to hold on to something because you want to feel like the good guy. See? Oh, there is just so much wisdom in this lesson, because for church women, what have you done for years? He's cheating. He have 6 kids. He's beating you. And what you say, I'm being faithful to my vow. What vow? He done beat you, slept around, created 4 babies. Ain't no vows. He already broke the vow. And so you're trying to be the good guy, holding on because you're trying to be the good guy, wasting your life being a foolish woman. Okay. Mindy has 4 demands she wants, okay? She wants to see him outside of filming. That means the only time Zach goes to visit Mindy is when they're filming, because he don't like her. He don't like being around her. Be transparent about Fatisha Ho. Tell her what he said she's lying about, and he has to move in. We shall see. Mindy and Zack meets afterwards. Mindy asks, how did it go? See, she's always the initiator. She never just sits there and be a lady and allow him to initiate. Zack claims he's committed, and then he asks about her. See, he was a little scared. Mindy asks Zack if she has text messages. Can she see them? He said he deleted it. So how ironic that both Zack and Fatisha Howe deleted the email, the text message. She runs her list down over to him, and he agrees to tell her about what he claims she's lying about. But it didn't happen on camera. I wanted to see it on camera, or at least hint. He wanted to talk. He wants to talk about moving in. He was like, "Can we talk about that?" He claimed he doesn't spend a lot of his time at his place, and if he does that here, she will still think he's not spending enough time with her. See, I agree. I totally agree with him, because even if he's there, she's going to need all that she needs from him, and that is her right. They are married. But he cannot give her what she needs because he's not attracted to her. He don't want to be around her. Okay? So, just now to Jessica, and also, things are going well with them. Some of the challenges, Pastor Cal asks Austin, apparently, Mama Jessica goes to bed early. Austin stays up late, and she wants him to go to bed when she goes to bed. What? He's not a child. He's a grown man, and men need their time. He's not like my little Michael. When little Michael can't be staying up by himself. No, you gotta go to bed. But Big Michael, he can stay up as long as he want to stay up. He's grown. Maybe he needs some time by himself. Okay, so Jessica is really getting on my nerves. Okay, she's mothering him. I said that, and she's really, really working my last nerve. Okay. Dr. Viviana asks, what would it take to say no? She's on this, oh, he hasn't said I love you yet. And I hope he don't say it no time soon. For Austin to say no, he said it would be loss of trust in some way. It could turn things sour for him. So that's important. It's important for him to be able to trust her. That is true, ladies. A man needs to trust us with his seed, with his vision, with his dreams. And that's something I'm going to talk about when we talk about Derek and Katie. Okay. She wants reassurance to make sure he's feeling the same way. So the reassurance is him saying, I love you. Like, he can't say I love you and still walk away. Okay. See, don't fall for the I love you, ladies, because you should know a lot of men will say I love you to get the cookie. Okay. He don't mean it. He's only saying it because he knows that's what you want to hear. Mika and Mike. Mike has a new job. He said here's a problem, ladies. He's the emotional part. She's more analytical. That's wrong. That's not supposed to be like that. Woman is emotional. Man is to be analytical. So it just seems as if they have switched role. Michael is playing the wife role. Mika is playing the husband role, where she's extremely aggressive and analytical, and he's really emotional and what he said, black and white. He's not black and white, he's gray. And it's not supposed to be like that. And we're gonna see what Dr. Viviana said to Mika. Now Mika's problem is that she's been the adult for so long. She was 10 years old taking care of her brothers and her sisters. The babies her mama keep popping out that she wasn't staying home with because she was working 2 jobs to take care of the kids she couldn't take care of, but she kept popping babies out to leave for the 10-year-old. So I really, really think when in this episode, Mika, along with Katie and Jessica and Mindy, needs extensive counseling. Mika, mark my words, Mika, until Mika work out a lot of these anger issues and aggressive issues she has, she ain't gonna get no good husband. Because my husband, you can't talk to my husband the way Mika talks to her, to that Michael. Ain't no way. It's not gonna happen. Okay. Mika said his dishonesty caused her to not want to be open. Okay, we all know Michael has said some things and we're like, okay, what happened? And so what husband needs to realize is your word, your word, your word, your word, okay? She said she asked for space of salary and she still ain't see nothing. See there? Dr. Viviana says she seemed angry. Mika says she did not get what she asked for. Thank you for saying that, Mika. Thank you for saying that. We've seen it all a lot of times where they match people. They're not really matching people who want to be married. They're matching people of the opposite end of the spectrum. That's what I believe. Okay. Dr. Vivian says she seems angry. This is not what she asked for. Mike claimed the dishonesty has been worked through. They didn't say nothing about the Jamaica trip yet. And I really, really do hope that he did buy those tickets. I hope, Michael, you're taking that girl to Jamaica to swim with the dolphins. Okay? I really want to see that. Pastor Cal asks if you've being the one that's been dishonest. Listen to what Pastor Cal said. You have to work twice as much to get back to where you've been. You have to do the work to get back to where you need to be, okay? Mike needs Mika to be emotional and vulnerable, and he's tired of being emotional. Pastor Cal asks if Mika has initiated emotionality, and he said no. Pastor Cal asks Mike if he's being honest with him. Mika says she's still coming. No, one thing I remember, if you go back and watch that interview with Michael and the sister and his sister Latanya, what did she say to him? Be honest. So now I'm trying to wonder, is there a dishonesty history there, or does he really feel like he can't open up with Mika? I don't know what y'all think. What she needs to say, to say yes on these days for him to be honest. Mika just want him to be honest. Pastor Cal thinks Mika wants to change her hard exterior. See that? So even Pastor Cal can see that Mika's hard. She's hard. She's aggressive. And she wants to be able to trust him with her heart. And that's something, ladies, you need to be able to do. Trust him with your heart. If you can't trust him with your heart, he can't take care of it. Don't give it to him. Okay, your heart and your kitty, okay? Kitty, when you're married, okay? Dr. Vivian told Mika to soften and for her to be a soft place for him to land on. I'm a think about that part. I do agree soften, but for her to be a soft place for him to land on. Let me think about that, okay? But I wrote that down in bold letters so I could think about it. Mike and Mika meets. He seemed distracted. She walks in and he didn't look up from his phone. She said he doesn't seem like sure, yes, but he said there are other things he's worrying about at work. See? Focus, Michael. We're not talking about work. You're not thinking about work. Your wife just walked in from the decision series, so you need to pay attention. Okay, and then I just blah, blah, blah. They're talking blah, blah, blah. Taylor and Brandon. Brandon said things went bad in Panama and nothing since then have been right. They are both over it. Oh my God, Taylor's wig. I'm finally seeing what you guys are talking about, but I don't think that her hair was like that on throughout the whole series. Okay, so I'm not jumping on the wig bag. What bandwagon? Dr. Viviana said they are playing a game of chicken. Never heard that one before. No one wants to say they like or don't like or want to life or they don't want to life. Pastor Kyle said he's here to make sure they have exhausted all possible sources. So, I don't know. These two are done and over. Say goodbye. Bye. Okay, exhaust what sources? There are no sources to exhaust. I'm drinking one of the baby juice from school. What sources? They're over. Bye. Taylor said if Brandon wants to work on it, she would be willing to give it a shot. Brandon says he can't. He said, I can't do it. Pastor Cat asks what if Taylor wants to stay married. There are two people who can't get over the roadblock that he caused. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor Cal, for saying that, because I don't think Brandon understands that he is the one that injured the foundation. Okay? I don't think he really realized that. I feel as if this season they are pushing the couples to stay together. Does anybody feel like that? Like, who's really pushing Taylor and Brandon? Why would you push them to stay together? If anything, they need, along with Zack and Mindy, need to quit right now. Okay, Mika and Michael, okay, maybe they need to go through the whole process, but Mindy and Zack and Taylor and Brandon, quit now. Pastor Cat asked Brandon, what would it take for him to say yes on D-Day? Excuse me. He said, this is cough in your hand, for her to act like a wife. Is he for real? Okay. Stop. He has 4 things. Stop. She has to stop partying. Has not blocked him on social media. So she blocked him on social media. But guys, remember, this is something I want to point out. Remember, when all this is going on, they were taping. This was last year, summer. Okay, so it's not like we knew they were married. And when she made that video, it's not like everybody knew she was married except the people who went to the wedding. So he wanted her to act like a wife, unblock him from social media, not intentionally hurt him, and not have said she was single. So Brandon also needs extensive counseling, because you see how he's always talking about hurt. That's not a man's thing. That's a woman thing, because he's real feminine. Okay. For Taylor to say yes on D-Day, Taylor said, Brandon said the disrespect is not him, but she would need to know that's not him. What you mean that's not him? Who did and said all that stuff in Panama? You know why he didn't say and acted like that? Because that's who he is. Pay attention to how they are. That's who he is. If I steal $20 from you, that's who I am. That's not who I am. That is who I am. You know why you can leave all your money with me and you can't come back and all your money's going to be there? Because I'm not a thief. You know why I won't cheat on my husband? That's not who I am. I'm not going to cheat with your man, your husband. That's not who I am. So you can't do something and then say that's not who I am. Yes, it is. That is who you are. You're disrespectful. You are abusive. You verbally abused her. She emotionally abused him. So that's who he is. Number 2, Taylor says constant respectful behavior, that he has to be respectful. Brandon is not respectful. He's a disrespectful little boy. Constant interest. She wants him to show him interest, and she wants to know that her husband is going to be committed to her. Taylor and Brandon meets. Dr. Viviana says Brandon needs to come home. So, he's not staying home. He comes and knocks on the door and says, how you doing? She asks, so. So, they both want changes. He wants to know he can still trust her because she's out here living the single life. Taylor said they both need to let go and stop living in the past. I agree. What does he need from her moving forward? If she's upset, she needs to talk to him. I totally agree. If he needs a timeout, she needs to understand. Well, how long you need this timeout for, little boy? How long? Brandon wants to make sure she's 100% in, but says nothing about what he will do. So you want her to make all the changes and do all the work, but you're not saying, Brandon, this is what I'm going to do. They hugged, and I just felt as if, they should have just go ahead and got busy right then and there. But, they're not doing it, so they couldn't get busy. Right here, I thought it was over. Girl, there was one more couple. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, 5 is too much. I can't. Derek and Katie is getting on my last nerves, and I wish Derek could just get rid of her right now. So they had a fight about him having too many dreams and he had to sleep on the couch. Are you kidding me, girl? Ladies, this is what excuse me. Ladies, do you know what submission is? Submission means to come under the authority of another. That's all submission is. Submission is not a bad word. So ladies, the man you marry, this is why you don't just marry any joker. You ask him, what is your vision? When God put Adam and Eve in the garden, what did God do first? Gave him a vision. And allowed him, excuse me, to work the vision. And once he worked the vision, he got the vision going. What did God do? Gave him a wife. So ladies, we are to support his visions and his dreams. Because those visions and dreams is supposed to provide for you. When I met my husband, I loved how he talked about what he did and how he loved what he did. And when he said if he won the lottery, he would get up tomorrow morning and go to work, you know that somebody would love his job. Me? Child, I would email them, okay? I would email. So-and-so, I ain't coming back. But this little girl, Katie, get rid of her. I'm so glad they didn't work out because she does not deserve Derek, okay? Katie says they have a solid friendship. Katie doesn't believe in all those dreams. That's because you don't have no dream of yourself, baby. What you want to do? All you want to do is get married and have kids. That's your dream. Derek is concerned about her level to dream. Yes! Brothers, don't marry no woman who can't see the dream. Remember the story in the book of the Bible with Elijah and his servant. And Elijah sent him and go on top of the hill and watch for a cloud. And the man boy come and say, but I don't see nothing. Watch for the angels, I think. He said, Prophet Elijah, I don't see anything. Elijah said, I can see thousands of angels around us. The boy couldn't see. He can't see. He couldn't dream. He couldn't see. But Elijah could see. And then Elijah said, now I see a cloud in the sky the size of the man's fist. And he told his servant, go and tell Jezebel and Ahab. Go tell Ahab that rain is coming. If I remember the story right, because there was so much stuff with Jezebel and Ahab. Go tell it. Why? Elijah was able to see. And see, Derek can't see. Katie can't see. Men, don't marry no woman who can't see your vision. Dump her and run. Okay? Katie doesn't believe in all these dreams. Get rid of her. Quick. Divorce her now. She said he is dreaming about writing a book. No, well, he says he's dreaming about writing a book, and she said he's going to be too busy. Do you know how many books I have written? I have written hundreds of books. I have published 10. And I'm working on 2 or 3 at this moment. So what you mean? You have kids, you're too busy. Dr. Viviana says most people are super attractive to an entrepreneur spirit. And why does she have an issue with it? Why you have an issue with your man dreaming, Katie? He has a job. First of all, there's a difference between you don't have a job and you're trying to be a rapper. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you have a job, but you want to do something else. Okay, I have a job. I've been working there since I was in my mid-20s. I'm 42 now. I'm still working there. But guess what? I also have a dream to become a #1 best-selling author. And so I work on it on the side. I'm not quitting my job. till I become a #1 best-selling author and I can sell millions of books. Okay. Dr. Viviana says a lot of people's attracted to entrepreneurial spirit. Katie claims it's the direction and doesn't know if she can be his #1 cheerleader, and she would be pretending. And Dr. Viviana said most of us is pretending, fake it till you make it. Ladies, this is why I say don't marry a man you can't adore. If you can't look at that man like Meghan Markle, look at Prince Harry. Don't you marry that man. Don't marry a man you don't admire and you can't respect and you can smile. Like when I see Big Michael, I was like, hi, Big Michael. Especially when he's in the kitchen cooking. Like, hi. Can I have some French fries? What would it take for you to say yes on this decision day? She claims he's so immature. This goes back to my spoiler alert I did. I think I did it in the other video where she said he's so immature. No, you're the immature one. Okay, she doesn't feel secure because he doesn't want to let go of his dreams. What? So he needs to let go of his dream for you to feel secure. No, if he didn't have a job and all he was doing is dreaming, I could go with Katie on that. But he has a job where he is providing. So because he has a foundation, that man could dream as much as he wanted to dream. As long as that paycheck don't stop coming in, because you want to pursue your dreams with no money coming in. But as long as that money's coming in, baby, you could dream. The stuff my husband want to do? Fine, okay. I was sitting with him yesterday on the computer looking. What's that? Okay. Yeah. Okay. And you know, the president is calling for the Corps of Engineers, and I was talking to him about that because he went to school for engineering, and he explained it all to me. And I was just in awe. I'm like, really? Oh. Like he said, they could take a stadium, like a football stadium, and build this. And sure enough, child, today I turned the TV on. That's what they're doing. So, ladies, you need to support his dreams, okay? As long as he's got a paycheck coming in, you can't be dreaming with no money now. She gets on my nerves. So she doesn't feel secure because he won't let go of her dreams. She's dumb as. Dump her, Derek. Dump her now. What would it take for him to say yes? He wants her support. He wants her to support him, ladies. That's why we're here. Wives, support your husband. That's it. Support him. Encourage him. Tell him he can do it. You can do it, baby. Okay? That's all husband need is support. Katie with the fake tear in her eyes that she pulled out of her eyes. She was like, my daughter did that. She was about 2 or 3. She pulled the tear out of her eye and put it all over here. That's what Katie did. Derek added her to her insurance, and I said, no. I think they should have waited at least a year. That girl knew her insurance was going to be canceled, so what's the plan? What if you did not get married? And what if you got married, but he didn't have insurance? Then what was her plan? So now they're not even together, and he's going to have to keep her on his insurance until they get the divorce. And you know they have to wait for a year. Okay, they can't file until after a year or something. So it's going to be a year and a half. You have to be paid insurance, and y'all not together. You should have listened to me. So Derek and Katie meet. She apologized about the argument. She's worried the life with her is not going to be enough because he's going to be chasing another adventure. Yes. Okay, that's why he broke up with you. Okay. Derek needs more support, but his biggest dream is to have someone who he can truly love and have a family with. And I just think that he make a lot of concessions for her. Okay, I think he's saying what she wants to hear, but he don't really mean it. She wants him to say, I want you, not I want you, but. And she's dumb. Because he later says, I want you and I want your dreams. And she was like, oh my God. And dumb, you should have realized what he was saying and listened to what he was saying. 22 days to decision day. Dr. Viviana meet with the guys. Dr. Viviana asked Brandon what is he doing to make the marriage work. Thank you. He claimed he forgave her and he told her what he wants. But what about you, Brandon? What are you doing? Because Dr. Viviana asked, what are you doing? Zack is going to put in more quality time with Mindy. Lies, child. You know you can't stand that girl. Zack wasn't at the moving in, and they are trying to work through that. Mindy wants a valuable time. You ain't going to get it. Stop dreaming. Pastor Cal meets with the ladies. Taylor says Brandon wore his ring today. That was nice. So I guess he moved in. Pastor Cal asked Mindy, what about her? She says Zack is going to come over and bring a bag. See my other video about Jessica running her lips about someone else's marriage. See what I said about that in the What's Next video. Watch that one. Mindy claims the recommitment was hard for her and she's hoping she made the right choice. No, you didn't. You're dumb. You're desperate. You're needy. You need a man. You're looking for love in all the wrong places. You're too desperate. You don't have no standards. Okay? Pastor Cal says, protect yourself and protect your heart. Thank you, Pastor Cal. Okay, this whole episode, he was a real pastor. And Pastor Cal says, set standards. Set standard. He said, let me tell you something about men. If you don't set a standard, they will set it for you. My daddy said, ladies, set the beat that you want the man to walk to. So when he meets you, you already walking to a beat, and all he has to do is step in line. Pastor Cal said the same thing. He said, set a standard. If you don't set it, we'll set it for you. Zack comes over to Mindy with the dogs, forgot their names. Mindy bought the dog toys. She's doing too much. He hugs her loosely, and she held on to him like that for dear life. She was like this. This is Zack. This is Zack. This is Mindy. Desperate. I know, and he held his breath the whole time I was watching him. Okay. She ordered wings sitting with her foot on the chair. So unladylike. She keeps doing stuff that is unladylike, unattractive. Okay? And she was struggling to eat the chicken wing, slapping her mouth. She keeps doing these stuff that turns him off. He unpacked. Guess what he got? One pair of sweatpants that she wants to borrow. Yuck. And the socks that she asked to borrow. And she asked to borrow his sweat and asked if that's all he brought over. One pair of pants and a pair of socks. No drawers, no shirt, or maybe just one outfit. They went and they got the night thing. She brushed her teeth. No baths, of course. She laid in the bed in the same clothes she had on when she came in the house and ate dinner in. Sweatpants and shirt. No nighty. We call it nighty back home. She asked if he's ready for bed, and he said, I think I'm gonna go sleep in the other room. And he went in there with the dogs, closed the door. You could hear him padlock it because he don't want her to come in there in the night, trying to hug up on all that. I'm over Mindy and Zack. I just think Mindy needs to. I just think the light needs to come on for her. Okay, he don't like you, boo boo. Walk away. Walk away. But she's so desperate and needy that she's just whatever he does, she's with it. So how did you guys like this episode? Let me know. It was kind of boring to me, but okay. Oh, Lord. How many more weeks we have to go, child? I'm tired. I'm tired, but I love you and I love reviewing for you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Share this out. Remember my stuff here, my books and stuff. I love you. My Cash App is the $ Janice Hylton. And I keep bringing that because somebody always email me, what's your Cash App? Janice Hylton, the $ Janice Hylton, JANICHYLTON. All right, I love you. I'm going to try to come back on tomorrow to chit chat with you, spend some time with you. I'm going to try to spend as much time with you. Also, remember my other channel, Bible Study in 1 Year. This is a great time, guys, as we're in quarantine, we're locked down. Most of us is home. Study the Bible. I have Genesis, Exodus up there. I have January, February. I'm late with March, but I'm going to catch up with March so you can start studying through the Bible. You can learn a lot. I absolutely love you and adore you. Have a wonderful day, my darlings. All right. Bye.